Go. Hello, everybody. How are you? Welcome to the Real Tarot 1123. I hope all of you can hear me. I hope you can see me. Give me a thumbs up and let me know if you can. And as usual, these glasses are good. I might be, well, anyway, how is everybody doing? Thank you so much for joining me. What else I going to say? How have you all been? How was your week? Can you imagine? We are already December 3rd. Pretty soon here we'll be in Christmas season, won't we? Way too many glasses. Let's get all of these boys out of the way. Alright. Oopsie. There we go. Alright, let me see. Gypsy girl, hello. Debbie, hello. Aquarius girl, hello. This is making me crazy. Alright, there we go. Aquarius girl, hello. Courtney, hello. Melanie, hello. Mary Gunnitz, hello. Kathleen Cheney, hello. Yeah, I didn't expect, I just scheduled it just maybe a couple of hours ago, so it's understandable that not many people are here. But that's okay. We can chat about, things, and then we can get on to the main part of the reading, and whoever joins us, and whoever doesn't. So Nikki B is here. Hello. Sadly, Aquarius girl says, sadly, I think EMS and bystanders after the 911 call contaminated the scene. Hopefully not too bad to compromise the evidence, Thank you, Nikki, for letting me know that you can hear me and see me. Sometimes I just need to make sure of that. So I'm going to leave this little phone here. I was going to say, sorry y'all if I'm going to be shifting to, changing my glasses. I do apologize if it annoys y'all. I'm just trying to still get used to these progressive lenses. I try and wear it for a couple of hours every day. Some days I do very well with it. This pair I like particularly better than the other one, the blue pair. Same power, same company, same time I got it done. But sometimes I feel like, it kind of makes me a little nauseous, weird, and then I'm like, no, I'm done with it. But okay, so I'm getting old is fun, I'll tell you that. Okay, there we go. This is better. But then if I want to look at distance, I can see, the glasses have to be just at the right spot on my nose. I don't know. Sometimes I think I get it right, sometimes I don't. Anyway, Compute 52, hello. They are I'm not going to mess with this. It's annoying me myself. Sorry, y'all. I'm done with these glasses for now. I'll wear it later some other time. Although I must say I do love it. This is a very nice pair. Let me go back to this guy, the Old Faithful. This is actually weaker power, and these are just reading glasses. But all right. I hate it. Sometimes I struggle so much. I'm thinking I do have some of my disposable lenses. I stopped wearing it for a while because my eyes are getting like super, super itchy and dry. And because of the medication I'm taking, it tends to, one of the side effects is that it actually, like your tears turn red. I mean, not red, and then it also discolors your soft contact lenses. So I stopped wearing them for a while. And so now I'm struggling with these, but anyway, we'll get through it. I have to do this whole video. I've been promising myself I'm going to do it with regards to, my journey thus far with lupus and the different complications and scares and the other really, really strong medication I'm on right now. I'm like, whatever, but then it's so depressing. I'm like, I'm not going to do it. Just make myself more depressed. I know some of y'all also have, commented that y'all struggle with lupus, and it's crazy, isn't it? So Renee Ross, hey Renee, Courtney, they're saying it was a party house, so DNA everywhere. Yeah. Compute 52 says GEEV1. I'm sorry, I don't know what that means. Deb, hi Deb. I wonder, Courtney says, I wonder if it was a weirdo from social media. Too much DNA, hard to prove killer if they didn't leave the right evidence. Courtney says, I tried to watch Casey Anthony. She pisses me off. Though, and every reading I did for her, the Emperor popped up. Okay, I don't know why we're talking about Casey Anthony, but all right. Hi, John. Haven't been here for a while, but I am. Good to see you. Hi, Alia. Hi, Lucinda. Bettina. Hi. That sounds like a new name. I'm going to really pop up really quick and grab my box of tissues. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay, where's my box of tissues? Here's my box of tissues. I am going to do a couple of things today. I am going to light a Palo Santos. Where's my little couple of things, just because I feel like I need to. Yeah, this has got a lot of dust on it, but that's my Palo Santos stuff. Let's get it. Let us get it. Right? Are these my solars? What are these? No, we don't even want that alone there for a second. There we go. There we go. Where are my candles? Yep, there we go. And actually, how about we do, no, that's not going to work. That is just too bad. Okay, everybody, I think I kind of got some of my things organized here. I'm just going to say a quick prayer and then I'm going to get on with this, okay? Yeah, now the question is to find a place for all of this. Wouldn't that be fun? Alright, let's stick my candle around here. Come on, buddy. I'm going to have to find a spot for all these things. That's okay, we got it, right? I'll keep this guy right over here, maybe. It's not going to hurt my computer. So if you see this thing that's flying here, it's not some woo-woo stuff. It's just my incense stick. Okay, so full disclosure. You see this? I got it right by my desk. See this? Yeah? So it's right here. I have to place it in such a way that I don't burn things. And the way this is going, I have a feeling it's going to shed ash all over the place. But hey, it is what it is. So let's see who else has come in today. Deborah, Kim Slazley, thank you for being here. Then Curse Diamond, hello. Me, myself, hello. Then we have, who else? Gypsy Girl, okay, of course. Yes. We are, okay. So that could be a bit distracting too, right? Because, well, let me see. Well, there you go. How about that? Oh no. Hang on, everybody. I'm just trying to find a spot for all these things because there's just a bit too many decks around me. Should I have been better organized? Yeah, I should have. Was I? No. Could I do better? Yeah, I could. Most definitely, but... And there you have it. Yeah, that's much better. There you go. That is so much better. I can stick all my decks over here, or even just leave my decks over here. Ow, ow, I just knocked my knee. Great job, girl, great job. There we go. We'll find a spot, right? Just a question of organizing. Okay, we got it. Ow. And in the middle of all this, of course, I have to have some lipstick business going on over here. Why, I don't know. I'm just waiting for a couple more people to come so that we can get started, right? Marisol, hey. Body Bailey, hi. Okay, so so we have anyway, so let's take a look. Couple of things I want to make it known is that, listen everybody, I mean, yes, this is a very, very strange case. It's a horrendous thing. I mean, unbelievable that so many young lives have been taken at one shot. I mean, so many young lives have been taken, period, right? So it's, the families, going through whatever trauma they're going through. And needless to say, the folks who are, the two girls, two students who, the two other tenants, I should say, who slept through the whole thing and everything. So somebody was saying that, we shouldn't blame those girls because, nobody's blaming the girls. At least I'm not. What I'm saying is, see, first and foremost, I'm not blaming anybody, okay? We leave that to the detectives. But my question is, if they were all partying and this and that and all that good stuff, how inebriated were they that they couldn't hear anything, right? So that's my question. And secondly, how inebriated were they? How soundproof was their room? Those are the questions that I have. But either way, anybody walking into that scene and seeing the carnage over there, can you imagine the PST they're going to have for the rest of their lives? I mean, my heart goes out to them. Another slightly gory thing that I wish I hadn't seen, but I don't even know how I landed that video. I saw that clip, it was on a news clip. I don't think they're going to even show it on mainstream. It happened just recently. This young girl is driving on some main street or some street in Nevada, Vegas, and she hits a pedestrian. This was on the freeway, and she hits the pedestrian, and something happens or whatever, the impact, he ends up on the middle of the streets, and she pulled over, of course, but he gets run over by multiple vehicles. So all in a matter of seconds, like literally seconds, like in a blink of an eye, gone. So even if somebody had, and there were a lot of witnesses and all that stuff, even if somebody had tried to stop the traffic at the speed they were going, they would have put themselves in danger, as well as, let's say, a car, they put on the blinkers and, at the speed you're traveling, it's like not enough time for the semis and all those big vehicles going at such high speeds on the freeways to even stop and brake. I mean, it would have been catastrophic. I mean, a lot more people could have passed. But it happened so fast that she hit him, and she of course stopped. She heard the thud and she stopped, but because of the impact fell in the middle, and within a fraction of a second he was already gone. He was run over by multiple vehicles, and that girl was flipping out. I mean, she was just, of course somebody was filming all this, and she was completely like just I mean just completely lost it. And first and foremost, it's not hit and run. I don't know what happened. She didn't seem like she was drunk or anything. Because she was coherent. I mean, I'm not an expert, but then again, I don't know. And and she made to run to the middle of the freeway and somebody stopped her, because if they hadn't stopped her, she would have also been run over. Oh, it was horrible, and I can just imagine. My heart goes out to the young man's family, for their loss. I hope, the impact was such that he passed right away. That's the only thing you can hope for, that, within seconds he was gone and he didn't feel any pain. And, the family of the victim and her, that girl, the driver, I mean, oh my God, what a horrible, horrible thing. So when we talk about PST, post-traumatic stress, could be to any one of these type of situations that one has experienced in life that isn't the norm, that, none of this is normal. And what could be, oh, you know what, that's not such a bad thing to me, could be really horrible to another one. So we really can't project our gauge, if you will, or PST onto somebody else. You know what I mean? So having said all of that, I really feel for the families of those two girls who survived the event that night, and of course the victims' families and everybody. I mean, this is just, even the neighbors and all of them, I'm sure they're all traumatized by that. I mean, it's just, I don't know, y'all. It's just a horrible situation any way you look at it. So, I got the date of births. Gypsy Girl sent me the date of births, okay, for all of them. We were able to get it. So let me make sure that I put it down correctly. Let me pull up my email. So I have Ethan Chapin's date of birth is October 28, 2002, 4:43 p.m. in Conway, Washington. Okay, he was a triplet, 2 boys and a girl. And then we have Zaina Canodal, 20 years, July 5th, 2002. She was born in Avondale, Arizona. Madison Mobin, May 26, 2001, in Cordy Aline, Idaho. And Kaylee Goncalves, June 9, 2001. Now, I don't know, and she was born in Ratdrum, Idaho. Now, I don't know if I am saying Kaylee's last name wrong, because I hear in the news her name is pronounced as Gonzalez, but I see it spelled as Goncalves. So if I'm making a mistake, please do excuse me. No offense meant, no disrespect. And then I also drew up a chart for the date of birth, right? November 13, 2022, time unknown, but Moscow, Idaho, correct? So let's take a look and we'll see where all this takes us. Whose is this? This is not anybody I know. Yeah, let me just, oopsie. Just do it. I'm all for recycling, y'all, so, right? Okay, so if you take the, I'm going to be looking at my astrology thingy over here. So I don't know the time that they were reported dead, right? It could be minutes between all 4 of them or seconds between all 4 of them. We don't know, so we'll just say time unknown. So if I take their date of demise as 11/13/2002, Moscow, Idaho, but we've just gone for the happy medium and said 1200 hours, because it's quite an accepted thing in astrology when you don't have the exact time of birth. Okay, So if you look at that chart, and that will be the combined, right, for all four of them. Sun was in Scorpio, okay? Any surprise? Scorpio. Moon in Cancer. Any surprise? This is for the time of date of death, time unknown. Mercury in Scorpio. Let me see what else. Venus in Scorpio. And I'll leave it at that. I won't go into any more of that because it's just like a, I don't even know how to say it. I can't say it's a time of death even because we don't know. Okay, let me stop harping about that because then I'll get lost. Then let's go back to my list of charts and let's look at Ethan. Let's look at his natal chart. So we have Ethan's natal chart. So Ethan, right, he has Sun in Scorpio, Moon in Leo, Venus in Scorpio, and I'm just going to leave it at that. We'll go back and forth if we have a need to because I'm going to pull their cards also. Now remember, besides Ethan, I don't have the time of birth for any of the young ladies, okay? Then Zaina, she was born in Avondale, Arizona, July 5th, 2002. Am I correct? July 5th, 2002, correct. So let me see. Zaina, Sun in Cancer, Moon in Taurus. We did this the other day, didn't we? Venus in Leo, and Mercury, Sun. Okay, we leave that. Let's not get into Mercury business then. Then we go to Madison Morgan. If I'm saying that Mogan or Mogen, I don't know, no offense meant. She was born on May 26, 2001 at Coeur d'Alene in Idaho. Madison, Sun in Gemini, Moon in Cancer, Venus Aries. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Then let's go to Kelly, born on November 13. No, I'm sorry, June 9, 2001. June 9, 2001. Okay. Sun in Gemini. We knew that because we did that the other day. And we saw that the Aquarius card came up quite a bit, and Aquarius came up for her, the 9th house, right? Didn't it? 9th house pop up for her a lot, and then Venus and Taurus. Alright. We got that out of the way, so let's get out of this. Alright. And thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Billy. Thank you, Linda. Okay. So what I was wanting to do today was just kind of see if there was any more information that the cards are willing to speak to us, see what's going on over there, and take it from there. Okay. So let's go. have Taurus, okay. I have Capricorn, lot of earth signs, and fire, water, this guy, Virgo. All the three earth signs have popped up. So this is pretty interesting. So give me 1 second. Let's take a look at this. 30, 53, 63, 65. That's 11. 11th house talks about like-minded people, groups, and friends. 11th house also talks, it's a house of benefits. So definitely, this, I think we had this theme even at the last reading too, right? The common thing was like-minded people, groups, and friends. So with the 11th house popping up right off the bat, 11th house is significant of benefits. It talks about like-minded people, groups, and friends, so am I surprised? I'm not at all surprised. So let's take a look. I'm sure it is somebody who is out of or through the course of the conversation or interrogation, it will come out that somebody who knows these people, the victims, would shed some light about, not that they're hiding the information, not that they're protecting the perpetrator. It's like a little bit of information that's hanging around that they haven't tapped into yet, or maybe they already have and the police is aware of it and they're delving into it. But I feel like the group that these kids were in, somebody would be quite instrumental in bringing a key element to the case up to light, and that could help in terms of resolving the case, okay? That's what I'm saying. So we have the Magician, we have the Fool, okay? We have the Justice card, we have the Force. I'm not at all surprised, not at all surprised. One more card. And then we have the Diable, which is the devil. Now, one thing I would say is whenever the devil card comes up or the death card comes up, people are like, oh my God, no, please. Let's not just jump into conclusions over there. So with the Magician, as we know, is a very, in tarot, it's, first and foremost, is a masculine energy, and it's all about Mercury. Mercury's communication. So, and then followed by the Fool. The Fool card is Uranus. It talks about changes and new beginnings and venturing out into the unknown, okay? So, I'm not trying to tell the police how to do their investigation, but what this is telling me here is they have to venture out into the unknown. I'm sure there are a lot of paths. I mean, and again, the cops know what they're doing. There are a lot of paths that they can take, avenues, sources of information, threads of evidence or whatever that they are looking into. But I do feel that they have to think a little bit outside the box. So when I say that, people will be like, oh yeah, you got to think outside the box if you're going to have to resolve a homicide. Well, duh, yeah, but it would be a certain avenue that was right in front of their face that they hadn't considered because they didn't think it was even plausible, if you know what I mean. So they're going to have to actually delve into that, okay? Take a new approach, or even kind of wipe the slate clean and go back to the drawing board and say, let's start again. And when they do that, this information is going to be right up front over there. So if you want to connect it to what I said a little bit ago, it could also mean that they'll be like, okay, let's interview all these people over again. And then something might pop up. And it's not because this individual is purposefully hiding this information or has purposefully kept it under wraps. They never thought about it. And when think about it, if there's so much trauma going on, I mean, you're going to be a total mess. You're not going to remember every single thing about every single thing. And once you kind of calm down, because your mind is a big mess, right? Once you kind of calm down to a certain extent, or kind of, then you would be able to catch your breath, if you will. And so that's what I'm saying. Once they do that and they start re-engaging and re-interviewing, things are going to come to a forefront. Now we have the Justice card, which is Libra. And it does talk about decision making, and it does talk about courts, etc. I would not be surprised. I mean, of course, I'm sure they would have already got warrants and gone out to search and this, that, and all. But what this is telling me is they will have to force, okay, work a little harder in having to get some sort of a search warrant to go look at a particular, uh, uh, particular um, particular individual or area or property or asset or home or whatever, but getting that permission to go and actually search over there, it's going to be a little bit difficult for them because they're going to hit some roadblocks. Now, does that mean that somebody is purposefully like blocking and saying no, you can't, then people jump to conclusion and they'll be like, oh, maybe it is somebody who is influential in the town. It doesn't necessarily have to be in that way. It could also mean that the district attorney says there's not much, or the judge may say there's not much over there. I can't just blindly give you a search warrant to go and search anybody's home and property. Like even for the judges to do that, I mean, there has to be evidence that warrants the judge giving that thing, right? The warrant, signing off on the warrant and say, okay, go search. So they could hit a little bit of a roadblock there. It's going to be a little difficult for them to figure out all this hazy, mucky stuff and then actually be able to go and have that search warrant. And it's so strongly earth element, which is assets and property, immovable property. Then we have the devil card. As we know, the devil card is a Capricorn card. It does talk about dependencies. It does talk about, addictions. It does talk about indulgences, overindulgences, and that sort of stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if they actually start delving into somebody's business assets, that sort of a thing. Even I would not be surprised. And I think Gypsy Girl, Rhiannon Walker, Trish Kohli, Sunday morning was a 30. What? Oh, that would make a difference. Yeah, that would absolutely make a difference. Trish, thanks for bringing that to my attention. So Trish says it was on the 14th, not the 13th. Yes, after midnight. So I didn't know. I thought it was on the 13th. So let's take. I mean, I knew it was midnight, but I thought that was the 13th. So let's change that for a bit. Hang on one second. Let me go back and go to a list of charts and birth chart report. Let's do day 2, and let's say thanks for the heads up on that. So let's see how much of a difference that would make. 22 time unknown, right? Moscow, Idaho. Submit. So see, earlier when I had done that, I was given Sun in Scorpio, Moon in Cancer, and Venus in Scorpio. But here the only difference is Sun in Scorpio, Moon in Leo, not Cancer, okay, Leo, and Venus in Scorpio, okay. So, but then again, keep in mind, we don't have the exact time of death, right? We just know after midnight, like she said, which basically technically becomes 14th morning, and we don't know exactly how many hours into the morning. We don't know that. So, thanks for that correction. So the only difference is instead of Moon in Cancer, now we have Moon in Leo. Okay, let's move on. Oh my God. So now somebody is saying that, wait, please. Thank you, Billy. But now somebody is saying it's on the 13th, not the 14th. Okay. So what we shall do is, we'll just leave it there. The only thing is the moon, we'll just leave it 13th, 14th. I thought it was the 13th. Like, so early wee hours of the 13th morning. That's what I thought. So let's leave that. I think the moderator, if she can please check on that. Okay, let's not. 14th is wrong. I thought it was a 13th. So, well, anyway, let's just leave that. Out of curiosity, I just did that. So I thought it was the 13th. Let's leave it. The only difference would be 13th would be the moon in Cancer, 14th would be the moon in Leo. So let's leave it. Okay. Another thing I want to say is this is for entertainment purposes only. These are my observations and my opinions. Please do your own research, do your own due diligence, and draw your own conclusions. As much as I appreciate Trish saying that please check your sources before you throw another wrench over here and create havoc, okay? Anyhow, let's move on. So I'm not going to delve into that. I'm not doing a reading for the date of death because I don't have the time of that. That's irrelevant. I was just curious. So let's go on. So let's do this. Because then, somebody else will say, no, it's this and that, and then we'll all be lost and we'll be having an argument in terms of what exactly was the time that these people passed, and I don't want to get into that. It's the 13th, yeah. That's what I thought too. So just be careful when you throw a wrench in, okay? You don't want to confuse everybody. But if your intentions were good, that's fine. We'll let it pass. Courtney, I had already discussed the sun and moon and all that in the last reading, so it's not for the other, for the victims, so it's not something new over here. So I'd already mentioned that in my previous reading. So we do Scorpion, so I am just going to read off of this because I don't have any place over there. Give me just a second, okay? I'll tell you, this is pretty significant. Pretty significant. Misplaced confidence, loss of intellect, which I will say was a lapse in judgment clearly. But misplaced confidence, it could be somebody who does lack, who has poor self-esteem, okay? Jealousy, restaurant, whatever that means. Give me 1 second, this is very interesting. Where did he go, buddy? Hang on, everybody. This is a different. irrational projection of affections and execution, a false statement, morbid dependency, an overdose, unstable furniture, it says, but I would say it's lacking stability, right? So it'll all come together. Hang on, I'll tell you how that works out. I should have used these cards later, but I just had a where did it go? So if you all are paying attention, if you put these words together, it'll make some sense. Where did that thing go? Oh my God, yeah. Morbid cravings, involuntary seclusions, brawls, suicide, unequivocal symptoms. Ooh. They better move fast on this case. That's what I'm going to say. They better move fast on this case. Finding whoever did this. I really think they should move fast. I don't think they should kind of, not that they're sitting on their haunches and doing nothing, but I really do think that they have to kind of move really fast. I hope this one doesn't turn out to be another where the individual offs himself or herself or whatever. I would hate for that to happen. That would piss the snot out of me, but thank you, Gypsy Girl. Interesting. Queen of Cups. Ace of Wands. Look, y'all, I tell you this very strong feminine energy that I keep seeing even in the last reading I did for them, it's still here. And it's okay, so let's take it back. So we have the Chariot, the 7, right? The Chariot is a Cancer card, as we know, right? And it talks about success, protection, emotions. It talks about progress, balanced progress. It talks about having the ability to manage energies, having the ability to find balance within yourself of all your energies, physical, mental, emotional, being very balanced as an individual. If you are not balanced, then you are not going to be able to manage the energies that comes with the Chariot, right? This is also progression. Then after that we have 11, which is Justice, Libra. And as we know, Libra, this Justice card is all about decisions, courts, etc. Followed by that we have 15, 16, 17, 18, which is the Moon card. As we know, the Moon card is a Pisces card, and the Moon talks about imagination and intuition, followed by the Queen of Cups, and then we have the Ace of Wands. Now I will tell you, they have to move quick. If they don't, they are going to lose it. They're really going to lose it. But I will also tell you this, they have to, when I say move quick, what do I mean by that? Remember earlier I said look at other options. If it means they have to wipe the slate clean and start from scratch and start calling in everybody to interview all over again or do things like that, they have to move really quick. Now I will say though, heightened emotions were very, very high. This was not, like I said, somebody randomly standing there in the dark and having a knife in his or her pocket and going, eeny, meeny, miny, moe, I feel like killing somebody, who do I pick? That's not how it was. This was definitely a targeted attack. Okay, definitely, for sure. Emotions were running super, super high. Now I will tell you also that we had the Pisces full moon lunar eclipse, correct, in Sagittarius on the 9th, correct, and this happened on the 14th. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, within a week energies were very, no, it happened on the I'm sorry, the lunar eclipse was on the 8th. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, definitely within a week of the lunar eclipse. Now, keep in mind that Jupiter has gone direct now in Pisces as well, which is very, very interesting. They have to move quick. They have to move quick. Give me 1 second. Where's my tissue? Give me 1 second. Because let's say Pisces. What's his Pisces? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth house is Pisces for him. Fifth house, and for her she's a Cancerian, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, ninth house. Gemini, 10th house, and same thing, 10th house. So fifth house does talk about speculation, yes, we get it. Ninth house is farther distant travel. 10th house does talk about etc. They gotta move fast, y'all. They are going to have to move fast enough so that whatever this revelation or this little piece of information that was not brought to the surface, that little bit of information is going to be brought forward by a female. Okay, and I wouldn't be surprised if she's the one who is that really strong energy I'm finding. Then we have the Ace of Wands. As we know, the Ace of Wands talks about a new project, a new inspiration, a new, it's like handing over a new baton, like saying, here, go forward and do whatever, right? It's like taking a new person taking charge, or taking a new, I don't want to say taking a new charge. It's almost like taking charge all over again, right? It's like, okay, refreshed and coming back charged, that kind of an energy. They have to move fast with this case. They just have to. Now, where is the Libra now? I'm not reading that, so I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Jupiter direct. See, December 18th, Ceres enters Libra, okay, at 6:27 p.m. 0 degrees. December 18th, or 24 hours or 48 hours before or after December 18th is going to be pretty crucial for this case. Yes, I'm going to say that. Very interesting. So if the new moon, if the full moon, wait, hold on a second, new moon was on 23rd November, and I said December 18th. Y'all give me 1 second, okay? I got to look at my calendar. I know I'm all over the map. Remember, I always look into astrology also, so some folks might get very frustrated with me and say, she's not doing tarots. I do tarot, numerology, and astrology. So give me 1 second. So this happened on the 14th of November, okay? 14th morning, okay? Or 13th, whenever. Let's just leave it at that because I get confused. 13th morning, early morning. So the eclipse was on the 8th, correct? And the new moon is on the 23rd. And Ceres enters Libra on December 18th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to say that around December 18th, something crucial should pop up with regards to this case. Whether they're going to make it public or not, I don't know. I hope they do. But it's a very, very crucial time. They really, really, really need to move fast and act fast. They really need to. Linda Holmes says, didn't one of the girls work at a restaurant? Maybe a stalker worked at the restaurant. That's what everybody's saying. I don't know. When I say those words, they just come out as jumbles, and then we have to form sentences. I didn't even look at the sentences or note it down. They have to move fast, or they might lose this individual to suicide. I wouldn't be surprised. Very low self-esteem. Very low self-esteem. Four of Wands, very close to home. Okay. Four of Wands followed by Page of Coins followed by Page of Swords. Very interesting. Y'all, this is somebody close to that area. This is not somebody who has come out from a distance or from another city, state or country, or another state or country. This is somebody who is in close proximity to the whole entire thing. An offer was made to one of the individuals. Okay, some sort of an offer. Okay, it was rejected. There was a lot of gossip going around because of that, and that has affected the individual's self-confidence, pride, hurt, ego, vanity. The Fool again. Very, very interesting, because new beginnings and change, leaping into the unknown. Then we have 15. See, the Hierophant also popped up the last time, and that was very strong energy. Very interesting. Look, I will say that experimenting with drugs is definitely a key factor here. Okay? There has been a lot of that. Addictions and experimenting with drugs, wanting to break away from and also wanting to disengage oneself from an individual here. So when I say that, one of the people who have passed have been wanting to disassociate himself or herself from this kind of a controlling type of a situation, or this negative energy, which was something that they saw and they said, this isn't good for me. I don't want to be a part of this. I want to disengage myself from this person. But I will also tell you, now I don't know, y'all, and don't come after me whether drugs were involved or what in that house. When we talk about party house, was it just alcohol, was it drugs? I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised if escapism via drugs, addictions are a form of escaping reality, right? So that has played a pretty crucial part in this. And somebody wants to disengage from that, whether they were heavy users, whether they were influenced by this, or they got stuck in one of those situations, or whether this person that they wanted to get away from and be free is a heavy user. I don't know. Then we have the Hierophant. Very interesting. Taurus. Okay, who has Taurus? Taurus moon. Zaina has Taurus moon, and Kaylee has Taurus. Her Venus is in Taurus. But anyway, the Hierophant does talk about mercy, compassion, needing for approval, that sort of a thing. But it is also very, very strongly significant of or indication of authority, okay? Be it somebody in authority, organization. So I wouldn't be surprised if one of these people were thinking about bringing this whole situation or this individual or this problem that this individual might have caused, or the problem that this situation caused, to the notice of some sort of an authority figure, be it police, be it campus, be it this, be it that, somebody. They were very seriously either wanting to expose, wanting to bring to their attention, wanting to tell them, or that sort of a thing. Then we have Seven of Pentacles, correct? Seven of Pentacles, as we know, it's working hard and waiting patiently to find the right opportunity or the right moment. But unfortunately, working hard, waiting patiently for the right opportunity and right moment for success. So I wonder if this, here we go. And the Strength card, oh, there was a struggle, y'all. I'll tell you, there was a struggle. I'm going to say this person was almost like a dual personality, right? If you were to come across this individual, you'd be like, yeah, I can't ever. But then how many times have we said it? Like, none of these serial killers, oh, they don't look like a killer, but you know, it's almost like a dual personality. But this person also comes across as being very physically strong. I think I said that in the previous reading. See, whoever you are, man, woman, or child, right? Whether you're 8 feet tall and 800 pounds or 5 feet tall and 60 pounds, whatever, you know, whether you're an athlete, bodybuilder, whatever, it's a lot of physical, it takes a lot of physical exertion to actually kill 4 people, and that you're killing with a knife. That's very personal. You're up close. There's a lot of physical action over there, physical energy that is put out there. It's not like a gun where you just aim and shoot type of thing, right? So it's got to have been tiring for this individual too. It's got, even if he or she, I'm going to just say they, because the perpetrator, even if he or she or they acted without, because of the adrenaline that's rushing, you know, 4 people, that's that's got to be a lot of adrenaline, and I'm surprised he or she or they didn't drop dead because of that extra adrenaline in their blood, right? So I'm not trying to be silly or sarcastic or make a joke, but it's a lot of, I mean, it wasn't just one stab wound and go, you know, just one stab wound and done with it. I mean, clearly there were multiple stabbings, because they were talking about how the blood was leaking or something pouring out of the, I think leaking is the right word. I'm not trying to be disrespectful or gross, but you know what I'm saying. So that's a lot of blood, right? So that's a lot of exertion to cause that many injuries. So how was this person even able to walk away from this whole thing without staggering and falling or stumbling or whatever? Even if this individual sat in a vehicle and drove off, there's got to be some evidence, some trail of something over there. They have to move soon, or this person is going to end up committing suicide. I'll tell you that. I'm sticking to that. I seriously think so. Yeah, just thank you, Gypsy Girl, for bringing to my attention. I don't provide any medical advice or financial advice or legal advice, y'all, just so y'all know. Lot of strength. There was a tussle here, y'all, and I'm going to say the tussle was more so with Ethan and Zena. There was a big tussle as in actually, like, I would say of all the 4 of them, Ethan and Zena did fight back more than the other 2. I'm going to say that. Oh wow. This has never come up in the reverse, but that's fine. Okay. All right. This is somebody in close proximity, who lives in close proximity, who moves around in close proximity, in the same area, location, neighborhood, environment as this incident. Okay. I will tell you that the people are going to be like, Hitana, you lost your mind. But then again, like I said, these are just my observations and my opinions. The dog, I would say, if the dog were to see this individual, the dog would not bark or act like the individual is a stranger. I'm not going to say this person is very well known to the dog, but it's weird. It's like, even if it's not a barking dog, right? You can tell when a dog approaches a complete stranger, they're a little. Not all dogs are goofballs. Like yeah, everybody's a friend. You can tell by their body language. There's a little bit of hesitance. There's a little bit of not sure, that kind of thing. Not every dog is super confident and goes up to meet strangers. So it's almost like I see you, but you're not a complete stranger, but then again, you're not my best buddy. Okay, that sort of a reaction. They got to watch that dog around people around there. That'll tell a real big story. These people have certainly interacted with this individual or individuals in a social environment. Okay, there has been an exchange of either an exchange or a removing of a personal item, okay, from the what you call the crime scene. I'm going to go so far as to say a scarf type of a thing, and some items, the evidence, clothes or whatever of the perpetrator is actually going to be found in a closet in somebody's guest bedroom, or trace of it. Okay, and I am also going to say a shoe was lost not far from the folly, not far from the incident. So I don't know whether they have all that evidence or they don't, but the shoe was lost by, let's just call this fool Adolphus, not far from the where he follied, the place of mischief, or not far from there, or actual shoe or a shoe print. I'm going to go most likely with the shoe. I'm leaning towards that. Okay, so wait, I'm not done with this. There was definitely a struggle. Wait, what? I just noticed that. Where's my... No way. Look, y'all. See, I'm putting myself out there really, and see, it kind of makes me wonder whether I should or not. But hey, Anne, how are you? Good to see you. Like above the left eyebrow, there's like a little left right. Yeah, this is my left hand. This is my right hand, because it's a mirror image. So above the left eyebrow, I want to say there's like the eyebrow here and here. There's a little. I don't know whether it's a gash. It's not straight like this, but it's almost like that. A slightly angled gash or a birthmark or a stitches or something. This person, y'all, this is see, I really worry now because of how much information. Very conscious of his or her nose. Wow, that's like making me a bit freaky. Making me making me a bit freaky. No, I'm not freaky, just freaking me out a little bit. If you're here snoring, it's Mr. Snore a Lot, Sir Snore a Lot, my sidekick Saint Bernard. Y'all, I'll tell you, that little tea candle that I've lit over here, that flame has been steady. It has not moved. If I pick up the candle to show you, the flame is going to move because of the movement. But this flame has been just absolutely steady. Like just steady. I'm just lighting the Palo Santo again a little bit. Just keep it there. I did say in the previous video that he must have heard something, Ethan, and he must have come down to check on something and caught off guard, not expecting to see what he saw. But, like, hey, okay, I'll go check. I'll go see what's going on. That sort of a thing. But, and then I'm sure, like, if he and Zaina were in one bedroom, if they were in one bedroom, I'm sure she would have either thought, hey, what's going on? Or, what's that noise? See, I don't even know how to. You get what I'm saying? And by the time she could get up and come, maybe the perpetrator was already there and killed her too, or, overpowered her, or maybe she was asleep. And when you're sleeping and somebody gets up and says, you can tell they're getting up, they're rolling out of bed because the weight shifts in the bed, right? And then you get up and you go to the bathroom, or you go to get a cup of water or whatever, and then your spouse or your mate is whatever, and then you fall back asleep, right? So that's a possibility. She could have fallen back asleep too. Okay, let's see. Hello, Dreamscape. So, hello, Araceli. Good to see you. Mary Madeline says, I heard Ethan heard something and went to investigate and confronted the killer. That's when he was attacked in the hall. Then Zaina was attacked, had the defensive wounds. Killer already killed the two. Okay, the crime scene was contaminated by many. Well, of course. 911 call was made when roommates woke and found Ethan. They ran out of the house hysterical. She goes historical, but hysterical. Okay, okay. Hi, Indigen, that's good to see you. So, I do believe in the previous video I said he must have gotten up and come out and, hey, what's that noise, or whatever, but see, the hangman talks about uncertainty, delusions, inability to move forward due to illusions, etc., looking at things from a no, this person was very particular about what he or she wanted to do, needed to do, and got it done. 9 of Wands also does talk about maintaining boundaries, etc. They were like, yeah, no, there's no boundaries here. No, why should I? There's almost a psychological kind of a game. If you were to, okay, I hate to say this because people will be like, you're trying to, in all honesty, if you were to delve into the psychology of these killers, whoever they are, from a science perspective or psychiatric perspective or psychology perspective, it's very interesting, right? I mean, I would love to pick their brains to find out, like, hey, what goes on there? What really makes them do these things, right? Purely from the perspective of research. But it's very, very interesting how this person comes across in the readings. Like literally dual personalities, comes across as being very like normal, like, whatever, blending into society, and then there's this weird side which nobody can even imagine. But then you all will say, yeah, well, Kirtana, that is but normal. But I'll tell you, this person, I'm not going to go and say, oh, this person was abused as a child and all that. No, nothing. But this person definitely has something going on. Like there's a psychological warfare going on in his or her head. But something triggered 9 days prior, something occurred that was the triggering situation 9 days prior to, I'm being told 9 days or 9 weeks, whatever you want to take it. I'm going to go more so with, they say 9 weeks, 9 days or 9 weeks prior to this action that was taken by the perpetrator. Something occurred. So I don't know if they can go back and try to figure out like what really happened, what, did anybody piss off anybody at that time? Did anybody cut off anybody at that time? And they kind of just kept a grudge or that sort of a thing. Nine again, man. What? Yeah, one more thing I wanted to tell you all that I forgot, and it's kind of drawing my attention here. Remember I said about that little mark over here? Do you all know what the infinity thing is, right? The infinity, well, you know what I mean, the infinity, circle, cycle, whatever, like this. Of course, my drawing sucks, right? I'm just going to show you all this. Oh my God. Okay. Oh golly. Yes, so this symbol, yeah, that's popping up. So I don't know if something like that, is either a tattoo or like a chain or a bracelet or something, or like a logo or something. That's being very. Nine of Cups, it's almost like a wish fulfillment, okay? All right, we'll see wish fulfillment. And then we have the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords, Bernie, hey, wake up. Followed by the Page of Cups. Followed by the Seven of Cups. Wow, a lot of Cups energy. Followed by a 9, which is the Hermit. Whoa, we have a lot of 9s. 9th house. 9th house is luck, religion, distant travel, higher education, intellect, father, that sort of a thing. Give me 1 second. Lot of emotions, y'all. Lot of emotions. Wish fulfillment, I'm going to come here and it would be fulfilling my wishes if I were to get this done. Well, you didn't oblige my interest in you. You didn't pay me back any attention. And you know what? I'm going to take action, okay, really quickly. And I'm not afraid to take action. I'm fearless. Overwhelming emotions, so when we talk about overwhelming emotions and lacking of emotions, it's like when your emotions are so completely distraught, then you become void of all emotions. That's the sense I'm getting here. And Seven of Cups says, yes, I know you have a lot of options and I know you have a lot of choices, but why not me? And then you have the Hermit card, which is Virgo. I'm going to wait and look and watch and see how you're going to process all of this. And it's almost like I'm giving you look, y'all, I will tell you 9 days or 9 weeks before this incident occurred, something happened that triggered this. Somebody must have pissed off somebody, or somebody must have said something to somebody, or some sort of interaction happened that didn't go down well for the perpetrator and exacting revenge type of a situation. Alcohol is involved for sure. But the Hermit card also tells me that a little bit of introspection did occur, but then also was like, no, I don't need to justify myself. This is the right action to take. But he or she has even watched the premises. I'm going to take a decision. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to show you. There you go. Because I did get this card even in the other deck I used. No, where is that deck? Oh. Where is that deck? Hang on here. I think I have that deck around here. I got this card too. I think I got this card, or did I get the Hierophant? No, it's not this. Well, I don't know where I put that deck. I'm not going to go looking for it now. Leave it. See, information, it's like this is a very messy case, but then on the other hand, it's like things escalating for no apparent reason. The World card. No, 19, not the World, the Sun card. No bad. It's not the World card, the Sun card. Oh, the Hierophant pops up now. I'm not surprised. And then you have the Page of Cups. This is a younger individual. This is a male, this is a younger individual. This is somebody who's greatly seeking mercy and approval. Somebody who actually looks up to somebody else, right? This is not a leader, this is a follower. And yet he or she has, this is a young, strong person, y'all. This is somebody who's built well, like strong, physically strong. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, six-pack abs and muscles and this and that and what is the chest and waist. I'm not getting into that. This is a person who comes across as being strong, like physically strong, right? Like some of us, our upper body is stronger than the lower body. Some of us, we are proportionately, that sort of a thing. This person is strong. Star card. No, these are sticking. Police have to move fast, and then we have the Magician again, and then we have, see, they are most definitely withholding information, okay, for a reason. They are trying very hard to find a balance. They have to be able to find the balance. They have to, it's a fine line for them too, the cops, because they have to saying too much to public could cause problems, and then not saying enough could cause frustration. But there is going to be some help come from an unexpected source, and I have a feeling it is, if they wipe the slate clean, like I said, and start all over, okay, let's go back and interview these people again, like a fresh interview. Like if Jane Doe and John Doe police officers interviewed certain people A, B, C, D, now they're going to say, you know what, Daffodil Doe and Jasmine Doe are going to interview those people. I'm just picking names, okay? So get two completely different investigators or detectives to go and interview the same people all over again, because sometimes a different set of ears hear something differently, that sort of stuff. Aquarius season, I did say they have to move fast. Aquarius season, where are we at now? Aquarius came up quite, and it's the 9th house. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. See, withholding information. 7, 8, 9 again, man. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 4, 9 again. withholding, a little bit of insecurity, holding on to information. Somebody is not willing to give up this person even. Like they're afraid to even think about, there's a possibility it could be, I'm not saying somebody is hiding this individual, but they're trying not, you know how when things like this happen, it could be that person, it could be this person, it could be that person. It's almost like, nah, yeah, maybe nah. You know, somebody is going back and forth like that. I think it's the cops. Or maybe, excuse me, I should have said excuse me before I start chugging water. Maybe they are like, might have interviewed and let him or her go and then said, you know what, we'll see where it leads us and then we'll go back and pick them up. That could be the situation too, right? Now somebody says, Robin Sue Weber says, do you see only one? I've already answered that, Kayla. I'm not going to go answering it again. Go watch my other video, okay? Let's put away these, shuffle and do again. It's very interesting, y'all. That candle is like steady, very interesting. You know, when you look at the energy around. I forgot which deck. Okay, it's from this deck. Let's leave it here. Let me look at your thing. Indy Jen says, do you feel that he has an evil core to him or do you feel him to be a studied wannabe? Good question, but hang on. Whoa. All right. E as in elephant, W as in William, A as in Alpha, F as in Frank, K as in Kansas, V as in Victor, the number 4. When did I say December 23rd? There was another situation, right? We have another new moon on December 23rd. The dog, there's some significance to the dog too. Clothes, like a dress, anchor, seashell, a dog bone, an arrow, okay? and a Christmas tree. Something like, remember I said that there's going to be something found in somebody's guest closet, and then that's going to kind of start everybody like, oh shoot, here's part of the evidence, here's the crucial evidence. I wonder if this individual has been visiting somebody or living with somebody for the moment, and a part of the coat or jacket or whatever could have been just hung up in the guest closet of wherever this person was living. Like, you have your mudrooms or whatever. I don't know if they have mudrooms in Idaho. And then when they get a search warrant and go back and look over there, they'll find it, and they'll find some trace evidence of blood or whatever. They'll be like, got you now. Let's drag your sorry ass to jail right now. We got you, buddy. We're going to sit you in the electric chair and fry you. That's, I think, how it's going to work out. Okay, so Robin Sue Weber says, do you see only one killer? How large do you see the killer? I know Kaylee's ex Jack is involved too. We gotta be very careful, Robin Sue, about throwing out names like that, because that could cause a lot of problems to you. So, I'm not going to mention any particular names. I've already described what the person looks like based on my observations and opinions. I'm not going to go back and do it again. So, this is the second time somebody's asking me the same question. I don't know if it was Robin Sue Weber. This is the second time you're asking the same question. Please don't ask me redundant questions. Kayak Dread Girl says, new here, and I think you are beautiful. So thank you, Kayak. I do appreciate you joining us. Thank you so much. Oh, are you hearing some sound issues, Robin Sue? Kayak Dread Girl, okay. She really is Kayak, okay. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Charlie, something's okay. Indeed, Jen, thank you, sis, thank you. Hang on 1 second now. I'll answer your questions in a bit. Give me 1 second. Kaylee G, okay. That's what she says. Oh wow, okay. So let's take a look at this, y'all. I don't know if that is picking up. Alcohol was definitely involved in this. Okay, somebody was packing up and planning on leaving. The dog is definitely part of this thing. There is a piece of equipment that has been inherited by one of these individuals, either a watch or a clock or something like that. A disguised person came into one of the side doors. There is going to be a piece of, I'm not going to say urn, but there is going to be a container, a container of some sort, be it a cup or glass or bottle or something like that, that's going to be found on the grounds that could have some DNA evidence that could also lead to the perpetrator. Well, it says urn, but I'm going to say like a cup or a container or something where you drink from or consume from, either a bottle of Coke, or I shouldn't say Coke, a bottle of soda or a bottle of water or something, or a can, and had a sip of it and throw it there, and they would be considering, they would have picked that up, and that could have a connection to all of this. So, Indigen, very good question. And my last reading, I did say there is definitely I think I had said out some words. I am not surprised. I will not be surprised if they say that these people were drugged some way, shape, or form. Either something put in their water, something put in their alcohol, something put in the food. But I'm not going to go so far as to say something put in a solid food type of thing. It's more like a liquid. Something put in the liquid. And one word that popped into my head, and I did mention in the last video, was Modival. I have no idea. When I said that word, I was actually thinking, is that a possibility that it could be somebody's last name? That's what came to my mind. But somebody here, one of the viewers said, by the way, that is actually a drug, and it's apparently used for anxiety or something, prescribed for anxiety. So then go think about it, right? Oh my God, that's giving me the chills. So maybe something was put in their alcohol or water, or I don't know what these kids drink. What do they drink? That what is that thing called? I can't stand it though. What do they call that? Energy drink or whatever? You know, I'm sure it's easily disguised, right? If it's a strong flavor like that, you won't even know if something's put in that. So that could have been part of the reason why, like, they must have been all knocked out or whatever. There's a very high chance of that. Good question, Pauline. The dog is like very, very prominent, so it's weird. Toxicology results, right? That's what I want to know too. Yeah, see, again, let's not mention the names of those energy drinks because they could get pissed at us. You know, whatever it is these kids drink, there are a number of those energy drinks. I try not to mention those names because I don't want anybody to kind of get their knickers in a twist about it. But they have to move fast. That's the one thing I feel about this case. If they don't move fast, like, I don't think it's like, where did I put the other one even? Oh, it's not going to work out in their best interest, because it's like we lost an opportunity, you know, to no, I wanted to do the other tarot, right? But let's do that though. So I'm going to do something. I have two of these decks, okay? It's the same thing. So, like, one is a bigger size, and then I have the smaller size. I'm going to use both of them, okay? I'm going to use one for the perpetrator and one for the kids. Man, I can't get over this candle. It's like so steady. It's like that steady energy. It's very interesting. Possible the dog was drugged too. Who knows? Do I finish my water? Getting the hiccups. Oh, that's okay. No worries. I have two of these decks too, everybody knows, okay? So I'm going to use one for the killer and one for the kids. Then y'all know I have two of these bad boys too, right? Everybody knows I have two of these decks. Same thing, I'm going to use one for the killer and one for these kids. Just to see what energies come on. One more. Okay. Oh, it doesn't matter. Let's not get sympathy at each other. It's okay. It's all good, y'all. I don't want anybody to be upset because everybody is wanting to know what's going on in the case, right? Somebody asked me the same question, so if it's not you, I apologize, okay? Look, I thought I saw that question twice. Okay. So if I said it was you, then I apologize. Okay, my old faithful. No, baby, come here. The Hermit card, hiding, waiting, hiding, waiting. 5, the Hierophant. And 2, the High Priestess. Very interesting. Okay. So I have these 3 in the middle. Okay. Whoa, flying off here. Pluto. Come on. There we go. Water. Come on, buddy. Water. Right? Emotions. And Saturn. Okay? So as we know, Saturn is all about teaching us lessons, refining our skills, learning everything. I wouldn't be surprised if this person has something to do with education, academic, meaning in the same environment. Wouldn't be surprised. Does it have to be a student? No. Could be anybody in the same environment, because Saturn is about teaching, learning lessons, being involved in training, being involved in acquiring skills, refining skills. And we have Pluto. Now, Pluto is all about regeneration and change. And then you have water. Water is emotion. So I wouldn't be surprised if this individual is very much looking forward to wanting to change their emotional, wanting to control, wanting to change their emotions, refining. How do I do this? How do I go about changing my emotions, my control over my emotions? I gotta learn how to control my emotions. 20, 40, 50, 59, 63, 64, 65, which is 11. Again, 11th house, like-minded people, groups and friends. I've said that so many times, but let's do that. Now let's take it for this side. Okay, I have 2. I have air. Okay. Then I have Scorpio. Am I surprised? Not at all. Right? One more card. Oh, 2 popped out. Virgo and Jupiter. Wow, interesting. Very interesting that I got 4 over here. So air is all about thinking, talking, communication, thinking, talking, air is communication, talking, cerebral thinking. As we know, Scorpio is also a water sign, and we know clearly very well Ethan has very strong Scorpio, and we also know that the day that this occurred, it was Scorpio Sun and Venus in Scorpio. So very, very strong Scorpionic energy. Now keep in mind, Pluto also rules Scorpio, okay? And hold on a second, it'll come together. Then we have Virgo. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is all about communication, gift of the gab. Then we have Jupiter. Jupiter, as we know, is all about expanse, go bigger, go bigger. Jupiter always expands everything. So I wouldn't be surprised if, and Saturn is restrictive, Jupiter's expansion. So I wouldn't be surprised if it is almost like wanting to harness, garner, capture somebody else because their energy is so different than mine, right? It's to limit, to restrict. because this energy with that scorpionic energy, that mercurial energy, and that Jupiter thrown in and air, it's almost like unstoppable, this group of kids. If they had a chance to continue down, their life, I mean, each and every one of them individually would have been very, very successful. And they're unstoppable, really, they are in the prime of their life. But I will tell you that during this Jupiter going forward in Pisces season, this thing is going to come to a head. Now, I want to say is Scorpio 12, 11th house. So for Ethan, Virgo is his 11th house. And what is 11th house? 11th house is group, like-minded people, groups and friends. Now for Zaina, Cancer, right? 2, 3. Virgo is the third house. What is the third house? Third house is immediate environment, short trips, communication, siblings, adventures. Now, Madison and Kaylee are Geminis. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Virgo is the fourth house. What is fourth house? Emotions, home, family roots. It's mother, home, property, vehicles. So think about those things for a second. So this is definitely tied. I mean, it's targeted. I would just say that it is targeted. There is no ifs and buts about it. Somebody was saying, is the house targeted? Like, what do you mean house is targeted? I don't know how. Somebody sent me an email. Could it be that the house was targeted? What do you mean the house was targeted? Do you mean like they just decided that I'm just going to pick that house? You mean that way targeted? No, I think there was somebody in the house that was targeted. Does anybody have Virgo? Yeah, no, I don't. Very unfortunate. We have Page of Swords. We have the Death card, very sudden. And then we have the Emperor. I'm going to take 2 more cards. Then we have the 10 of Cups and 4 of Pentacles, controlling, wanting to control one's emotions, affections. Page of Swords, there's a lot of talk, back and forth, addictions, almost like unable to stop thinking about a particular individual or a person. The Death card is also a Scorpio card, right? It talks about change and rebirth, and we have Pluto here and water for the killer over here, or the perpetrator. Then we have the Emperor. The Emperor is a Aries card. Interesting, very, very interesting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th house. 6th house talks about work, health, discipline, and habits. Look, I'm going to say this is somebody who is from the same vicinity. This is somebody who thinks of himself, well, there you go, I said it, who thinks of himself as being, or herself as being very masculine, very macho. And if you really want to look at their life, you have the 10 of Cups. It's like having, people might think this individual has a good life, has a good family background, whatever, but then there is 4 of Pentacles too, which is a lot of insecurity. So looking in from the outside, a lot of people may think this individual is very secure, comes from a solid, stable background, a solid, stable person, that sort of a thing. But no, lots of insecurities. Now let's take this individual here. I mean, these 4 individuals. It's almost like dual personality. It's like, unbelievable. My attention keeps being drawn to that little thing on the forehead. I don't know whether the person has a nick, a birthmark, a surgical scar or something. Or got hurt on that particular spot or something like that. We have the Hermit. Okay, I'm holding this deck in the reverse, so I'm not going to take it in the reverse. We have the Hermit card. Not at all surprised because these central 3 cards, I'll show you. So the cards I'm drawing now are for the 4 victims. See the central 3 cards? Let me see. There you go. I got the Hermit, the Pope, and the High Priestess. So for the 4 victims, I got the Hermit card. And is it any wonder that 4 cards popped out for them, right? Got the Hermit card. The Hierophant. Gotta be kidding me. The Hierophant. So, the Hermit is 9 and the Hierophant is 5, right? Think about this. The Hermit is 9 and Hierophant is 5. Look at these two. Are they telling me a story here or what? Oh my God. We have we got two over here. We have the Empress and the High Priestess popped up. Okay? So think about this, y'all. I'm going to get one more card for that. Hang on, let me get one more card and I'll show you. Eight of Pentacles. Think about it, y'all. Okay? So, let me see. How shall I show you? Right? The Hermit, the Hierophant, Eight of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Empress. Okay? The common cards I got was what? The Hermit, the Hierophant, and the High Priestess. Okay? And this side, we got the Emperor for them. Look, y'all, this is like very, very specifically targeted. So let's take a look at for these kids over here. So the Hermit, there's a lot of introspection that's gone on. It's all got to do with authority, with control, with listening. I wish, well, hindsight is 2020. If these people had gone and make it known to whichever authority that they had some sort of a weird feeling about a particular individual, it could have been stopped. But then again, whatever, I'm going to say something to do with the place of work, okay? Continue to work, something to do with the place of work. The High Priestess, as we know, is ruled by the moon. It says things are shifting. Things are definitely shifting. Things are purposefully being kept hidden. And the Empress, now the Empress is also ruled by Venus. Again, that very, very strong feminine energy, y'all. So I wonder if this has got something to do with a particular female who is also part of the offender, or maybe that's the individual who's going to come forward and break everything apart. I mean, break open the case, right? Artificial heart. Unable to contain one's emotions, not true affections, obsessions, and revenge. Oh my God. Peaceful among thorns. Look, it's very, very sad. It is all about revenge. Queen of my world and today for tomorrow. It's all about, for these kids, see, this perpetrator, inability to cipher true emotions from weaknesses, from mental issues. I'm not saying this person has mental health issues, right? It's like over imagination, letting your emotions run away with you when in all honesty it's not justified. That sort of a thing. I keep this deck. Hello. So this is definitely coming out of a place of settling the score. Somebody pissed off somebody. I'm going to show you. I'm going to teach you a lesson. That is what I'm sensing. Okay, that's what I'm getting based on what I'm seeing here in the cards. So again, everybody has their own opinions about things. So I'm sure people will be like, that's not what I saw, that's not what I said. This is for entertainment purposes only. These are my observations and my opinions. Please do your own research and do your own diligence and form your own conclusions. Okay, so then let's go. I'm going to continue this. Hang on 1 second. Let me just put away all this. Too much lying around. Okay, I'm going to look at the messages. Indy says, kayak, Dread Girl said it's so confusing. I don't know. It seems pretty clear to me, girl. So, okay, let me look at this scale. Okay, let me look at this. Billy Birdie, Crystal Pink, hey. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, father or father figure I mentioned. It could be a teacher even. Who knows? Somebody to do with that environment. With anything being possible, it popped in my head a possible triple homicide ending in suicide, making the fourth death just that. Not knowing how many and where the stab wounds, cut wounds are located. That's true. That's very true too. That is very true too. But then again, like to cut yourself with, you're right. I mean, if it was a triple homicide and followed by suicide, then the other person would have had to slit his or her neck or slit his or her wrists, right? So that's true too, Pauline. Very, very plausible. Very plausible. But if police have ruled that out, then we don't know. But they have to move fast, I will tell you. Okay, so wait, I missed it. Hey, JLo5, how are you? Thanks for joining us. Mary Marilyn says, I heard Madison might have been the target because she got Kelly to break up with Jack. Okay, I don't know. Oh, okay. Cheryl says, I heard Madison was the worst hurt. Don't know. And where did you hear that from? No, I know, kayak. I know what you say. I know what you're saying, and I'm not offended by what you said. What I'm saying is, see, for some of us, we are unable to. My thing is, for me, what's the most confusing part is, even if the other residents of that home didn't hear anything, how come the other people around there didn't hear anything? If you look at the proximity of where those homes are, they could have heard something, So I get what you're saying. I'm not upset by what you're saying, and I hope you're not upset by what I said. For me, I can see certain things that's not confusing for me, but it could be for others. So that's. Indeed, Jen says, you say they have to move fast, your reasoning, or is it just that the cards have shown you? I do believe if they don't move fast, that they're going to lose the perpetrator to his or her own actions. So, I'm going to say, Courtney, to answer your question, that I said it in the last reading that what's popped up in the reading is something about an incident that has recently happened before this and recently happened after this. They are kind of getting diverted by all those things too, occurrences. So they're trying to figure out whether, I think that's where the police are kind of losing it, because I think they're trying to figure out, oh, is this a serial killer type of situation? And they're kind of losing their focus there. Yeah, the homes are so close together, aren't they? No, that's you didn't. It's just potato. Well, that's true. Sims Express, you're very right. You're very, very right. We talked about, somebody who's very familiar. I think I did mention that. If not, I would mention it here. This is not somebody who, see, I'm going to show you what I have, and then people are going to flip out and say, oh my God, she's got weapons in the house. But stop. Okay, these are my atames. I'll show you, right? I don't use them for anything. These are just, I'm going to show you, and people are going to flip out. Oh my God, she's got knives and swords in the house. Please get over yourself, okay? To anybody who's watching. So these are these whatchamacall, right? So this is what it looks like. I got a few of them, all right? So like I'm just doing this is not sharp. Now, I'm not even going to say that. Oh my God. Can anybody use this as a weapon to really hurt another human being? Absolutely. Absolutely. Right? But if I'm going to try to cut something with this, I won't know what the heck I'm doing with it because I don't know how to use these things. So, what I'm trying to say is, whoever has done this is very familiar with that weapon. That is a weapon chosen for a reason. Okay? Not because, oh, that was the only one that was easily available, so they picked it up and said, it was like a moment of madness, and it was like not pre-planned. I'm just going to grab whatever I can and just walk off and do it. I don't think so. This is somebody who is familiar with and knows how to handle a knife or a sword or something like that, right? So this is somebody who, why not a baseball bat? Why not a, I don't know, like one of those pokers or whatever you got. What do you call those things that you have by the fireplace? Why not that? Why not a golf club, right? They can also like kill people, right? I'm not, please don't go and do anything like that. I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying, why a knife? Was it something that was conveniently available in that house? Okay, so if the knife was already there, and let's assume that one of the people in that house, one of the people who passed is the one who did this, committed this crime, and they used a knife, it certainly isn't a kitchen knife, then what was a knife like that doing on inside that property, right? So a knife like that inside that property means somebody over there knows how to use that knife and they're familiar with it, if one of the deceased are the ones who are responsible for it, right? So that's one theory. The other theory is, if it is an outsider who's come in, then this is a weapon of choice. This is somebody who knows how to use that, right? Who has used it in the past for whatever reason and who's comfortable with it. Now, why didn't the person use a gun? Maybe because of the gunshots. Or, well, on the other hand, you can say, well, you know what, they could have used a silencer, but maybe it's easier to trace a gun than it is to, or bullets or whatever, than it is to trace a knife. And I don't think they just walked into the store and they bought this knife. I think this thing they've been having for a long time. So there are a whole bunch of things that go through, who knows, y'all, who knows. I just wanted to show y'all, since we are on this subject. I do have a couple of these, but these are my atames, and I've collected over the years. It's not anything great, but this is very nice. I'll just show you. I can fold this, right? It's got some really nice carving on this, and these are like nothing like fancy, but this one is. Now you watch, everybody's, I'm going to get messages and I'm going to get people saying, oh my God, why are you having all these things in your house? Well, I'll tell you what, these are my atames. I have to put this in, this is really beautiful, y'all. This is a expensive one. This is a House of Fabiche. This is really beautiful. I gotta clean it. You see that? This is really a heavy one too. Beautiful work on this. You should see the cover for this. It's just absolutely stunning. So, and it's heavy. I mean, think about it, y'all. I mean, that's a heavy knife. I mean, stabbing somebody is going to take so much of energy out of you, and then stabbing 4 people, I'm like, what the heck? So it makes you think about all those things, ex-military or military wannabe, who knows, hunting, somebody who is familiar with hunting. No, they're gifts. Yeah, my favorite is, I have another couple, I don't know where where is it though? Hello, oh yeah. No, it's not even there. Where did it go? Oh my God. Whatever happened to it? I always used to have it on my desk, y'all. And I put it away somewhere and now I can't find it. Whoops. That was me banging my ring. I have a selenite one too, but I don't know where that went. This is another one, but I don't know where that one went. go. Now I'm freaking out because I used to keep it on my desk all the time. Oh, duh. Y'all, I'm telling you, I'm losing my mind. It's right here on my desk. This is a selenite, or whatever you call this stone. And this, I acquired it years ago. And I keep it because of, it cleanses the energy around. So, anyhow. Alright, let's look at some more. So we have Miss Canadian, yeah, I do have some, yeah. Miss Canadian Dream says, can you tell us who did it? You did so well with Gabby last year. I think I did describe the person. I'm not going to give out any specific names. No, I'm not. Oh, Lucinda, that's so cool. Yeah, no, they are never sharpened. Oh, hell no. No way. And people, I don't have any little kids around, even my children, even Mark, I mean, he knows very well not to come into this room and touch anything. You know, of course, if we have anything to print, I have my printer over here. He is so not technical. Even to get something printed from the computer, he'll be like, can you do it for me? So, and the only other individual who comes into this room is my four-legged critter over here. So nobody ever comes here and touches my things, so I'm very clear about it. Yeah, you got to be careful with these folding knives, because if that spring, one of those has a spring and I never touch it, I just leave it. If I need it to be folded, I always ask Ma to do it for me. So Miss Canadian Dreams were like, do you know the order they were killed? No, I didn't look into that at all. I'm going to say that Madison and Kaylee first. Then Ethan, then Zena. That's how I think it went down. But I haven't looked into that. Yeah, I was just going to say thank you, Gypsy Girl. Miss Canadian Dreams here. She wants to know everything. Is that a $1 million gift, Miss Canadian Dreams? So maybe if you want to give me that $1 million, I'll tell you, I'll draw a picture of the person even. How about that? Oh my God. And I am a little bit kind of annoyed. Like, you did so well with the what did she say, with the Gabby case. That's kind of like, what is it? Like a backhanded compliment? Oh my God. I've already described this person. I'm not going to go into any more detail. Unless something else pops up, then I will let you know. I will tell you what I know. That's it. Billy Birdie, good question. No, I think she was here the last time too. She was the one who was pushing and asking for questions. It's like, thank you, JLo. See, as and when information comes through, I will give it. There's no reason for me not to say now. Even with, the Gabby Petito case, case in point, like, I was very clear about who did it, and I think I described the individual, and how. I think the first thing I said was, if I remember correctly, the first thing I said was, she's passed, and I said where they're going to find her, where the body is, and how she's going to be found, and also said that the what's his name is responsible for that. It's not some other random thing. But in this case, I have described the person, I've described the individual, and I also have to be a little bit careful because it shouldn't become a case of defamation. And the reason why I'm being a little bit careful is not because I'm afraid to say it. Oh, you don't know. That's why you're not saying. Well, you're entitled to your opinions. It could throw everything asunder, right? Interfere in whatever, and it could also jeopardize my safety and security. I would like to continue to enjoy my life and live my life for a few more years. So, get what I'm saying. And I will say though, as and when like I get messages, they will be shared with y'all. If you had Miss Canadian Dreams, I will address you. If you had paid attention to my readings, you wouldn't be asking that question. You are probably one of those individuals who just comes and says, "Oh, I'm going to ask this, this, and this, and find out." See, another thing, another thing is, I have a lot of people who come here and watch my videos, who have other channels or who are wanting to improve their channels or whatever. Coming and watching my videos, I do appreciate you all. Thank you so much for it. But coming here to steal somebody else's thing and then go and twist it and turn it and put it on their channels and all that, I don't appreciate. I don't know if Canadian Dreams is doing that. Let me make it clear. I don't know if she's doing that, but eventually it comes out and there's a way of finding out these things. I have discussed this with my moderators who I have now and the moderators I had in the past, and people, y'all have brought it to my attention. And then when you go back and do some research and see the timelines, you'll go, girl, why do you steal somebody else's information? Don't. Do your own thing, right? Do your own thing. A lot of people come on and say, hey, did you see so-and-so's video? So-and-so psychic said this, said that. When I say I don't go watch another psychic's video, whatever, you may not believe it, but I'm being honest. I just don't watch it. And when I say I don't watch because I don't need to compare notes, and I don't need anybody else to validate what messages I get. I'm not saying that out of arrogance. I'm saying that because that's true. I'm not looking for any other psychic reader or anybody else who has a channel to validate what messages I've got, or I don't need their permission and I don't need to compare. You get whatever messages you get, I get whatever messages. I stand by what I said. Even with all the drama that happened with that Cleo case, I never backed down. I stood by what I said. I'm not going to back down. I'm just not. People who truly understand what tarot and astrology and numerology and psychic and mediumship is, they will know. Right? So I'm not going to back down. I stand by what I say. I'm very confident that my guides are never going to lead me astray. If I don't know, I'll say I don't. If I say it's not clear, I'm not seeing it, I'm not seeing it. So I'm just a little bit of rant. It's been a while since I've had a rant. There we go. I must be getting old. No, thank you, Auntie. It's annoying in the sense that it's annoying in the sense that it's like, why don't people get it? Like, go and be confident. I've said so many times, like, start your own channel, do your own reading. Even on the Saturdays when I did those few classes, I said, be confident. And if you're not sure of the messages, let's say, I don't know, Jane Doe has an astrology channel or has a tarot channel, and you don't know your cards, you don't know what the Hierophant means or what this means or that means, then you shouldn't be reading. First, familiarize yourself with your cards. Educate yourself on what tarot cards mean, just the basic tarot, like traditional tarot, what it means. Okay? And then build on that. Now, I can teach you what basic tarot means, what Ace of Cups means, this, that, and the other. But when it comes in a sequence of cards, what is preceding and preceding that, I don't know. Your messages change because of that, right? Traditional tarot will say Ace of Cups first, and then Two of Cups later, and Three of Cups later means this, this, and this. But what if you have 9 cards and you have something else in the front and something else on top, and the 4 sides, depending on the kind of draw you do, the kind of spread you do, everything changes. Now let's throw something else in it. It's not just about reading cards. I also read intuitively. That you can't teach anybody. So when somebody, and these other channels, they also say, not, I shouldn't say everybody else out there sucks and I'm the only bomb.com. That's not what I'm saying. A lot of these other channels, they say they're reading intuitively, but there's got to be some correlation to the card, right, at hand. So if your card is saying no, but intuitively you're saying yes, then something else in that spread should. Am I making any sense? I don't know. Let's not get into that. Whatever, people. And people get different messages. So it's not that just because I got this, every other tarot reader has to get the same message or vice versa. No. So, whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I mean, I'm all happy. You have a question, you want to know, you want to understand. I'll be more than happy to teach. I'll be absolutely, but don't come and disrupt. Yeah, yes, Pauline, the big one, the House of Abijma got me that for my birthday. I think it was last year. Yeah, I was eyeing it. Was it for my birthday or for Christmas? He got it. Yeah. So, see, wait. Just now I saw it. Where'd it go? Entered by the sliding door. Did I not say that? By a side door, I said. Because in one of these cards, that's what I saw, the side door. I think I said that. I don't think I said sliding door, I said side door. Yeah, be sure, learn. I mean, if there's enough place in this universe for a whole bunch of astrologers and tarot readers, but have that confidence to do it and stick by it. Yeah, everybody channels differently. I get it, right? We all get messages, different messages. Your guides are telling you something, my guides are telling me something, or for all you know, our guides will be sitting there sipping gin and juice and say, you know what, let's see what these people are going to do. Maybe they're just playing us like puppets too. I've said that so many times. I wouldn't be surprised if sometimes my guides are, you know what? I know she wants to know today, I know she wants to hear from me, but I'm not going to talk to her today. That happens too. I think he's going to keep it. He or she is going to keep, the perpetrator is definitely going to keep. But the last time, I also said that, what did I say? Woods, right? Something about the woods. So I don't know if they found something over there, or that was the point of entry, or that's the point of exit. But this person is an emotional mess. Will come across as being somebody very strong and etc., but a complete emotional mess. Y'all, I wrote down that thing too that I wanted to share with y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me grab that deck again. Okay? Hold on. Oh, buddy, what's up, baby? Because I remember I had seen some runes and I was like, I want to make sure that I understand, right? Because I haven't done runes in a long time, and I said I will share it with y'all. Let me. Where is my pencil? If you look at my previous video, jeez, what is this even? Oh. I am going to say that the entry would have been by the woods, y'all. Very much so. See, I'm going to say this again. This person is very strong, okay? Now, you don't have to be, and people don't get offended. I'm overweight, I need to lose weight, so, no offense meant to anybody, but you don't have to be 250 pounds to be strong, right? Somebody who is like half that weight could be stronger than the person who's 250 pounds. You know what I mean? So it doesn't have to be, don't limit yourself with thinking that, but I am telling you this person is very strong and has that very lumbering, I think I explained a walk. I think I've explained it. And I'm going to say this person is conscious about his or her nose. Okay, so that's that. Then which is the other one? Not that one. Let me see. Not even that one. Not even that one. Not even that one. Duality of nature. Absolutely duality of nature. And maybe I should type this out. Here's what's another thing. Let me just say ragwort. This is a plant. This is something that's come up twice already for me. So let me strike that off because okay, this is what I wrote. Principal, Principal, Maudival, settle, score, dad, red, hatchback car, dark color, behind, oil leak, bearded person, blue tarp. I've said all of this in the past because I have that piece of paper here. So that's that. Now let's look at something else here. I did that book, right? Okay, I did that. Okay. It calls for the querent to show courage in the face of danger, for fortune favors the brave. It signals that a risky proposition is auspicious or that a gamble has good chances of success. However, do not be reckless. Reminds us to remain alert to danger so that we can react swiftly and decisively. A personal relationship may also be called into question. The other person has interests that clash with your own. Some form of injustice is likely to occur. Some form of injustice is likely to have caused this incident to occur. There you have it. I've been saying that from the beginning. Revenge, that sort of thing. Two more. Let me look at this. Not you, not you, not you, not you. No, no, no. Bear with me. Communication. Communication, y'all. Somebody was snubbed, and I'll tell you, this person is quite familiar with either outdoor living like boating, hunting, hiking, that sort of a thing. Is familiar with it and enjoys it. Has done it. See, I'm going to say this individual is not somebody who comes across. If this individual has strayed away from family, then it is because of his or her own choice, free will. But if you actually think about the family structure was there. Okay, the family structure was there, but for whatever reason, the family structure is not appreciated in the true sense of the word. Okay. There's two more I gotta look here and I'm not finding it. Where are you, buddy? Come back here. Hang on 1 second, y'all. I want to confirm this before I go any further, and then we will look at some more stuff. That person is stuck in his or her thought process, in his or her mindset, completely stuck. Like, why though? What is that feeling of stuck? I think it's greatly having unreasonable. It's like I said in the first reading. It's almost like I'm going to show you. Aha! You did this. It's like a settling of a score. Very much a settling of a score. Am I going to go so far as to say it was fated? Well, everything is fate, right? But then there's free will too. I am not finding that one guy. Is that? I'm not finding that. For whatever reason, that's escaping me. Alright, it does not need to be found right now, so we leave that there. This can go in the trash. Alright, oh, I don't know what's going on. Hey Sherilyn, I haven't seen you in forever. How are you? A linebacker could be sustain his anonymity with his emotional trauma. That's a good question, but I will tell you this though, that this individual is most certainly also hurt, y'all, like physically hurt. You can't do some practically, forget about tarot, forget about everything, psychology and police investigation and all that. You can't have killed 4 people with a knife and not have any injuries. Are people getting their knickers in a twist? Like sometimes tempers. Hey, feathers flying in the hen house, y'all. Remember that? I have to bring back my t-shirts and all that. Things are getting like, I'm really organizing things on the back end over here because everything kind of went quiet because of my lupus thing and dealing with that. I kind of shut down a lot, but I'm kind of redoing all those things, so we'll have more giveaways and all that stuff. Give me 1 second, y'all. Damn it. Hang on, y'all. Why didn't I do that? I thought I took it out. That annoys me no end. Hang on 1 second. And the first card out was a dang devil. Oh, yeah. There we go. This is a younger person. This is not somebody who's really old or anything like that. They have to move fast, y'all, in this case. They really have to move fast. That's all I'm going to say. They have to move fast. They have to move fast. If they don't move fast, it's all going to be over, and it's neither here nor there. Then it's like, I don't necessarily think that it was a murder-suicide. I'm not seeing that. I'm not getting that energy. I could be wrong, but that's not the energy I'm getting at the moment. So, but who knows? The police may know that, and they are just keeping it quiet even. Who knows? Right? Oh my goodness. Ego, self centered. This person is very much aware that his or her life, they're not going to live long, like not going to go and live to be 40, 50, 60 years like that. He or she knows, this individual knows that his or her life is going to be short lived. Okay? Like short lived. Now, the situation at hand is trying to make decisions. What do I do? Do I come forward and say, see, I'm very confused here, and I'll be honest with you because, remember, I keep talking about the very, very strong feminine energy over here. I wonder if this individual is somehow, this feminine energy is tied to this case, whether like blood ties. That's what I'm getting. Blood ties. Is blood thicker than water? The bird flies through the storm. You start dying when you withdraw from challenge. Hide in your grave or come out and express yourself. Look for the essence, not for the surface of things. The skull. The skull. Something about the skull. The wrecking ball, destroying power. The iron ball breaks down the old mindset. Okay, this is weird. I don't know what the hell this means, but it says one sperm fertilizes the egg while the rest die. This is interesting. Your task is to actively participate in the change process by making appropriate sacrifices and enhancing new possibilities. Resisting change makes change more extreme when it comes, and for those who are unable to accept change, it does create havoc, right? I mean, not everybody is receptive to change, right? I always say change is the only constant in life, but not everybody can accept it or accepting. It's not change is not easy on everybody, right? Sharon, I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you here. We have Francis. Hi, Francis. How are you? Thank you for joining us. See, the work environment keeps coming. This is not somebody who's far away. It's it. Clasps. Okay, so another thing is clasping hands and a big diamond. So I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Okay, so this is it. Now let me see if any of you have any questions, and I will most certainly answer. I think I will continue using this text. Y'all, this is so terrible, y'all. It's good question, Jada. Good question. Let me see. That's a very good question. Whoa, okay. We shall take you then. Justice and submission to higher order. 30, 40, 48, 49, 50, 51. That is 6. Okay, let's see. Oh my God. This person has not left the area. So I wouldn't be surprised if this person was still in the area. Whether at the vigil or no, I don't know. But I'll tell you, this person is not like packed his or her bags and ran off. I don't see that. I don't see that. But affinity and friendship. My act was justified. Unfortunately, your thinking it was justified is falsehood. Theft and destruction, feeling like you have been something stolen from you and feeling like somebody's actions have destroyed you. Affinity and friendship. Y'all, this is so bizarre. Hang on one second. Wait, okay, 61, right? 98, 99, 99, let's say 100, 160, 160, right? 160. Look, y'all, one more time, it keeps bringing me back to the circle around them. It's somebody who they know of or knew or were aware of or something like that. And it's also kind of now freaking me out because it's like, as much as their relationship among these people might have been nice and they were all friends, but I do sense a little bit of competition, a little bit of envy, animosity. Not that they hated each other, that's not what I'm saying. But like, oh, I'm so happy for you, but yeah, that kind of an energy. But it's the good people, the good kids, not that they were out to get each other or completely hated each other or whatever, no. But would all 4 of them be construed as being the 3 girls who passed and the 2 other survivors, would all 5 of them be construed as being the best of buddies? I wouldn't call them as being the best of buddies, but they got along fine. They appreciated, each other's company, etc. But there's a little bit of a wanting to maintain some distance, right? Wanting to maintain a little bit of distance and a little bit of privacy. But what I'm sensing here is, I don't think they were completely happy with the goings and comings of the others. they must have had some conversations and communications with each other. Hey, you know what? I really don't like that you do this or this. And nothing wrong when you are young people and have a whole bunch of roommates. At some point in time, you say, hey, listen, I just wanted to say, I'm not trying to be mean, but so and so coming here, I'm not too happy, or the fact that you leave dirty dishes, or little things like that. But so it wasn't like, oh, you know what, we're going to be best friends and you're going to be the godmother for my child and I'll be the godmother for your child. Not that kind. I'm not talking about the two Madison and Katie, but I'm talking about the five girls like interacting with each other type of thing. Madison and Katie could have been like really close friends, and as we know they are, but between them and them, it's like they were good friends, but not that close, if you know what I mean. I wonder if it was murder suicide. That's a high possibility too, right? Because it keeps coming back to the immediate environment, immediate environment, immediate environment. The sixth house, it also talks about friends, and it talks about like-minded people, groups and friends. I wonder if and I'm surprised that the police are not like releasing anything, right? The police are not releasing anything. They're not even saying, because when they do forensics and examinations, they'll be able to say that if one of them sells murder suicide, which I don't think, because I think somewhere they had mentioned that all four of them died in their sleep or something like that, right? All four of them. So I don't think it was murder suicide. So who knows, y'all? Could be, Francis, you're right. Well, if the knife was in the house and if it was from the house, they would have found it, right? I don't think the knife is like a kitchen knife that was laying around the house, or somebody walked in and had an argument with somebody and ran to the kitchen or saw a knife lying around and grabbed it. No. I think this individual has taken, because it's a personal belonging, it almost seems like. It's like mine, it's like my property. I'm not going to leave it behind, I'm going to take it with me. That's the energy I get. Oh, I don't know about that. They're talking about the sixth person as on the lease. JJ Jem says they are saying there was a sixth roommate on the lease who moved out. It was a female. Oh, I don't know. They are not releasing any information. The police are very frustrated. I mean, they gotta. It's like radio silence almost, right? That's terrible. Should have got all the cards. Where are these cards? They just keep running away from me over here. Dark hair. Part of the group, y'all. The killer is part of the group. peer group. There's a lot more to this case. Absolutely, Terry, you're right. Terry Holiday says there's so much more to this case. Absolutely, there's so much more to this case. So much more to this case. Lot of swords energy, lot of stuff going on in the head, lot of stuff going on in the head. Somebody did feel like they were slighted or left out. This is somebody who is, I'm going to say, not much older than these kids, right? This is not like I'm not sensing this person is an older 40, 50-year-old person, but this is a person who works in an organization, okay? And the Hierophant, Taurus, comes across as being very compassionate and very kind, but there's a deeper side. This person is very cerebral, plays a lot of mind games. Somebody who's familiar, who has partied with these people, or they know of him or seen him around or hanging around or that sort of a thing. May not be the best of buddies, but or could be, but somebody who's been at the periphery fringe of their group. The Tower Mars again. It's something was like, if somebody had a proposition and they had a proposition and they had a proposition and he kept saying no, I'm not interested, and finally he said, you know what, that cannot be, it's not going to happen ever, forget about it, and it's a finality of it. It's like, you owe me, it's my right, it's a settling of score. No, you're not going to get away with it. No, it's not going to happen because I didn't say it was over. This is rightfully mine. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to show you teach you a lesson, show you, put you in your spot. That's what this is. At least that's what my cards are saying. So 5 different decks, and same thing. So. Alright, let's see. Is this a ritual site? I know. No, it's not. No, it's not. Somebody else asked me, is this a ritual sacrifice? Voodoo, no. That's like really, clutching at straws. Okay, let's see. Hey GDMBM76, hi, good to see you. Okay, Samantha B, I'm hearing drugs, one of the girls' mom is in prison. Yeah, we spoke about that. I wonder if any of the girls were in an early stage of pregnancy. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh, Mary Gunnels, he's right here. He's snoring away as usual. If I wake him up now, then he'll be like, oh, you woke me up from my slumber. Now I need attention. So, oh, he's here, all right. He's here. It's not a ritual, Billy. I don't see that as being a ritual. You know, it's funny. I was just reading the message about the pregnancy and this card pops out. The Empress card. Which actually does talk about pregnancy. There you go. "13, change and rebirth, Scorpio. Yeah, somebody walking away from somebody didn't sit well. And it's back to this guy. Somebody walked away from somebody, or somebody was not happy or told somebody off, and that's not sitting well. Lot of partying was happening. Looking in from the outside. Let me in. Nope. "20 is Judgment, Pluto, forgive and forget. Then we have the whatchamacall of Cups, the Prince of Cups, emotions, very emotional. "Several Swords, theft, hiding, give and take." No, y'all, this is somebody who is, these kids know of this individual, are associated with the individual, or they have seen this individual hanging around. May not be in the first circle of friends, it could have been second circle, it could have been acquaintances. Tried very much to walk away from this, could not walk away from this. This is like almost, I'm going to show you, yeah, no, okay. And enough said, it's the same old, same old. So I'm not seeing anything different, so let's stop it for now. I don't know what Robinson was saying. Do you get the slightly older new guy? What? Do you get the slightly older new guy you're getting? Does he feel related by blood to a younger energy? I don't know. What do you mean, older new guy? I'm confused. But anywho, so let's stop this at this. I'm sure we will. So Samantha B says non-slip handles on knives. Wow. Okay. Hi Marisol. Katie's ex-boyfriend, the dog knows him, he also knows the roommates. Didn't he give a speech or something? Francis X, hello. Okay, so let's just stop this because it's almost 3 hours now, right? So I'm just going to say that we got to be very careful about actual names and all that stuff, but if somebody is from Miss whatever Canadian Dreaming or whoever else is saying, oh, you better give me a name, I'm like, I don't have to better give anybody any information, end of story. What I get is what I get, what I share is what I share. If you keep asking me the same redundant question and I'm not going to answer it, then excuse you. So we are not here to try to be salacious, and I'm not doing these readings for scandalous effect or for the drama or whatever. This is what I get, what information I get. These are my own observations, my own opinions. Do your own due diligence, do your own research, form your own conclusions, and draw your own opinions. This is for entertainment purposes only. So there. So yeah, that is so what the hell is this? Huh. I just had a pop-up here that says Gypsy Girl is a moderator for your channel. Yeah, I know she is. Why did that pop up though? That is so weird. Anywho, people, I'm just going to stop because thank you so much, Kathleen. I'm sorry if I'm not saying it right. The Sims Express, Debbie B, Courtney, Gypsy Girl, Linda, Indie Jen, okay, Billy, Bridal, Terry Holiday, Mary Gunnels, Robin Sue, A Laugh a Day One. That is so interesting, that name. I love it. Marilyn, Pauline, GD, who's that? I don't know who that is. Oh, Sherilyn! Oh my God, Sherilyn, thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you for being here. We haven't seen you in a while. So thank you so much for your kindness. I do appreciate you. Pauline, then Samantha and Bonnie Bailey. Bonnie Bailey says, I heard the 6th person moved in August. Yeah. Nobody's talking about that individual though. Nobody's mentioning that person's name. JJ Gems, thank you. JLo, Kayak Dread Girl, thank you. Pat Howard, Kim, thank you. Marisol, Alia, then who else? John Hawkins, thank you. Linda Holmes, JLo, I did say it right. Pauline Courtney. Thank you, everybody. I do appreciate you all so very much for joining in. I used to do those little giveaways and those competitions and those little games and all that. I'm going to start back those, do something fun. And the t-shirts and stuff giveaways, I will definitely, we'll figure it out. I'll make an announcement and we'll do it, something for Christmas, right, just before Christmas. We'll have a little, a little game and, whoever remembers or whatever, that sort of a thing. Somebody else said something here. Just want to say, who is that? Marisol, thank you, Marisol. I so appreciate you. I love those emojis. They're so stinking cute. Thank you. Much love to you too. I so appreciate it. Thank you so much. And thank you, everybody. We'll do, if there's a need for me to do another reading, I will. But I truly feel, y'all, I can't get past how steady that flame is in that candle. It has been just straight. So the energy is very solid energy. That's how I read that. If anything comes up, if I feel it's weird, sometimes it so happens in the middle of the night, I wake up, I can't sleep because something is playing in my head and I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to sit and do a reading. Something like that comes up, I certainly will. And like I said, that little rant was every tarot reader and astrologer and psychic medium, they have their own messages. Let's not compare, because each person is individual in and unto himself or herself. They have their own messages. Take it for what it is. Let's not compare so-and-so said this, so-and-so said that. Really doesn't matter to me. But anyway, that's just my opinion. People keep leaving messages, go watch so-and-so's videos. So no, I'm not going to do that. Doesn't matter. I've already put my content out. What I'm going to go and retract? No, I'm not. So all said and done, I do appreciate you all. Take care, and let's call it a 10 for Araceli. I didn't say thank you to Araceli. I saw her here. I was going to say, and for those of you who have subscribed, the weeklies and monthlies, monthly of course is not due for a while, but the weekly will be up tomorrow, so on my website, you all can go watch it there. So, thank you. Thank you to my moderator as well. I'm going to end this reading now. Thank you everybody for your presence, for your kind words, for your donations. Much love to you, and I will see you again. Bye for now.